They're Nice with Miss Cassie. Tonight my guest is Nikki Nefarious.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, it's so great to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me. This is awesome.
I have been hearing your name in the scene forever, and I think the most fun I had was the first time I think I really met you face to face was at Club Hentai, and you did this thing on the stripper pole that was just so wild.
I like stripper poles. You know, God, who doesn't?
Oh, I have to admit, I've climbed up one or two myself.
Nice, love it.
So, you love performing.
I do. It's a lot of fun. It kind of gives me a completely different outlet for my vanilla working life, you know?
So this is kind of like, you know, your alter ego.
It's kind of more like my vanilla working life is my alter ego.
I love it.
This is definitely more me. It's who I am. It's kind of wonderful to share that. And there's this energy exchange that happens when you're performing that I never really anticipated, and I love it so much.
I definitely understand that.
Yes.
I mean, my favorite time to do rope is when I'm performing.
Yes.
You know, because you get the energy of the audience, and it does something to the person that you're tying,
really
because
does.
they just, for whatever reason, it's like you can practice with them, but they come on fire when that audience shows up,
It's
no matter
so
how
true.
nervous they are when they start.
Absolutely. It always happens that way, and
Yes.
no matter how much you practice, it's as if they melt into the ropes once they're on stage. Isn't that wonderful?
It is. It is. Once they get over that initial butterfly, they're like, oh, well, this isn't so bad.
Right?
I keep telling them, you can't really see the people. The lights are in your eyes.
Yes, exactly, you know?
But you can feel all that great energy.
I absolutely am in love with it.
I totally understand. Now, you've been doing rope for a very long time. How long have you been into rope?
I've been into it for a very long time.
Very long time.
Yes, I started innocently enough playing cowboys and Indians as a little youngin', you know, and I was a tomboy anyway. And I was the fastest and strongest, and I could tie up the boys to the trees, and they couldn't escape. So everyone wanted me on their team. But it wasn't until later on I discovered, oh, this could be used for something more interesting, you know. And then it just kind of monster was created. So
oh my goodness!
History.
So did you like study on your own, or did you take classes? Did you have somebody mentor you?
Okay, great question. I love this because when I first started doing bondage for, you know, the intimate times, I was a teenager, but I was trying to be a good Christian girl, so I would tie up my boyfriend with his ties and belts that he wore to church.
Oh,
and we would be able to make out without his hands going anywhere, so I was able to stay in control. I really didn't know what is bondage then. It wasn't until I was in college, I went to a goth club as a little goth kid, and they had a little corner, I love the story, they had a little corner just tethered off, and these awesome people were spanking each other and tying up each other, and I'd never, ever seen anything like this before. I mean, I had the internet, but I didn't know what the internet was for back then.
Well, yes.
So I'm like, oh my God, I found my people. And so I go and I start talking to them. We become friends, and through them, they helped me develop my craft. They helped me learn. They, you know, recommended books, etc. I was really very fortunate that I got to work and meet Twisted Monk, whom I love.
Oh my God!
Very much so. He actually tied me up on Folsom Street during Folsom Street Fair.
How amazing!
Like when I was first getting into the scene. And then Danorama from Two Naughty Boys.
Oh my God!
Absolutely love him. And he recently had me come and do a little teaching segment for Kink University, which he's producing right now, which I love. That Kink.com is finally doing something for education and sort of giving back to us. Isn't that wonderful?
That is wonderful.
So I feel like as much as I was able to learn, now I can finally give back. You know?
Oh, that is wonderful. Oh, I'm so glad that they're doing, and that you're doing that.
I love it.
You know, girl power. You know, because it's like I don't know what you experience as a female rigger, but I've experienced a bit of a struggle in the rope community being female.
For sure. I mean, and I'm from the Carolinas, and I'm not going to say anything negative, but it was definitely more of a boys' club. And even when I was trying to learn, I had my bondage brothers. And they loved me and respected me, but at the same time, they're like, you would look so much cuter in the ropes, so how about you just be the model? I'm like, no, I want to be the rigger. And at least then, that was not done over there, you know? So I kind of had to make my own way it, and I did, and it was great.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. I know how that is.
Well, I circumvented the whole process, really. I almost kind of cheated at it without even realizing it. I figured, well, you know what? Fuck you guys. If I can't do it in the clubs, I'm going to do it in my studio. I'm going to dress up gorgeous women, treat them like they're beautiful Barbie dolls, hair and makeup costumes, and then suspend them. Or tie them up in such a way and take photos.
Oh, nice.
So if I can't do it as a performance, I'm at least going to be able to do it as an art form. Well, my photos ended up getting spread around. Finally, they ended up touring with a fetish art show that started in Fetish Con in Florida. Just kind of went around, and that's how people started to know me for my bondage work. It wasn't my performances, actually. I didn't get into performance until much later. Isn't that interesting? At least I think it is.
Oh, I know. I do think it is, because people don't realize that when you market yourself, it is on so many levels.
Yes.
You know, I know if I don't constantly keep out there performing, people forget who I am.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I do have people coming to my classes on a regular basis, but constantly keeping that name out there, keeping the brand up, you know, introducing new people to bondage, teaching them how to do, and trying to keep the whole thing rolling. It's a bit of a rat race.
I kind of love it though, because the type of jobs I've had, nothing has been as fulfilling. All the work that I put into this, it's just so ridiculously fulfilling, and I'm very fortunate that I actually get to do this, and I kind of have this life now. I literally came out to LA 2009. I was only going to stay here for the summer and then go back. And things just happened. I ended up getting a full-time rigging job for FM Concepts, doing performances, doing more classes, and I never went back, and I never looked back.
That is so awesome.
I love it. LA has been very nice to me. Love you, LA.
Yay! Yeah, well, I know that you're well known on the scene. I mean, I've been hearing your name forever.
Really?
Yes, I have. And it's just like, well, yeah, you were one of the names that we definitely heard of, you know, the first time I went to DomCon in 2010, you know.
My gosh.
Your name was still around there.
That's crazy. It's so long ago.
Yeah, I know. You know, that's off of the same year I met Mistress Melissa, and I got introduced to a lot of people in the scene, and it was like, oh my God. You know, it was mind-blowing at first. It definitely was.
It definitely can be. I actually started going to these types of shows in 2000, and there's this really amazing show. It's still going on in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's every other month. It's called Purgatory. It's one of the bigger ones.
Oh, I've heard of Purgatory.
And yes, I love it. And from Purgatory, I would go to Dragon Con. I went to the last Frolicon before it passed on Rainbow Bridge. Oh, it was such a great con. It was like the best of geeky and the best of kinky all in one.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it was so great. And the tracks that they had, they would literally have dual tracks. Some were just pop culture geeky wonderfulness, and some about, you know, polyethics and things like that. It was amazing to be a part of it. It was kind of sad that it was the last one, though. But it happens, I guess.
Sounds like we have a happy elf dancing in the studio somewhere.
Perfect.
Somebody want to punish that elf, please?
Snag it.
Snag it. Thank you.
Fuck you, elf.
My God, it's not time for you guys yet. Fuck. Can't get good elves these days.
You just can't.
I know.
You just can't.
What are you gonna fucking do? Damn it.
You're all fired.
Call for every single one of you.
This is eggnog, by
and not in a nice place.
What
am I gonna do with those elves?
Fuck them.
Yeah, only if they're lucky.
Awesome. So this is literally my favorite holiday of the whole year is Christmas. I love it.
So what?
Humbug!
Oh no!
I love it.
It's Red Scrooge. So what is it that you love about the holiday season?
Well, I love all of the wonderful bad-for-you food and the excuse to eat it.
Oh,
That's
yes, that is
best.
delightful.
And I definitely love the whole family sort of camaraderie. I'm a big old sucker for Christmas decorations. I just love it. My place has already been decorated. It's probably going to stay that way for another month or so. Like, I love it. It's just something that you only really get to experience this time of year. And I don't really care. It's not about religion or anything. It's just more about pretty twinkly lights and shit. You know, I just love it. And presents are fun too.
Well, yeah, presents are fun, but I know for me it's seeing everybody and, you know, yeah, the presents are fun. Yeah, who doesn't like to get a little loot?
Right. I actually like to make presents. I'm really crafty, so it gives me an opportunity or a reason to go to Michael's and spend hours and money and just make shit.
No, I totally understand that. I used to be one of those people that made all my gifts.
Yes.
For everybody.
It's the best.
Some of them appreciate it, some of them don't.
You know, yeah.
I still make baked goods for everybody every year. Matter of fact, I'm going to be starting my baking this week.
I love it. There's nothing wrong with that. That's for sure.
No,
holiday baking is absolutely the best thing in the world. I mean, my clothes aren't stoked about the prospect of it, but that's okay. It's fine.
Why do you get a little bit more into the holiday baking than most?
Oh, I do.
You do? Just what kind of stuff do you do in that kitchen?
Well, you know, baking, it's a full-time passion.
Yeah.
You know, it can be. And I was just devastated when I realized, I have a sensitivity to gluten, you know? So I had to completely change all of my recipes, but it's actually been an adventure.
Really?
So, yeah, now I do. Now the rub is that I'm making healthier stuff, which means I just end up eating more of it.
So you're still eating all the Christmas goodies, but you managed to come up with a way to make them healthier and gluten-free. Yeah, I just went to a home gathering of my family, and all of a sudden they had it catered. It was a big to-do for a family member. And I'm looking down, and there are all these signs that say gluten-free. And I'm like, what? Yeah. I'm going, what's up with it? She says, don't you know, so-and-so in the family is gluten intolerant, and so-and-so has celiac, and so-and-so. I'm like, wow.
It's a thing now.
Now, when I was, going through all those years ago, you guys poo-pooed me and told me I was nuts, go back to eating your granola, hippie.
Oh, wow.
And now everybody's doing it. Like, I got to watch what I'm eating, and I'm not eating this because of that, and I'm healthy here. And I'm like, oh, my God, it's got a face. I can't eat it.
Okay, no. I don't have that problem.
Oh, good. You like meat.
Oh, I love meat.
Well, actually, there are only certain amino acids you can get from meat that, if you have an ancestral background of meat eaters, your body needs those.
My body needs meat.
Me too.
I mean, that sounds just filthy, but I like it.
But it's true. What?
I would like to eat a meat of a young submissive.
No.
Never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
We were talking about actual dead animal.
Same thing.
Well, I can kill him.
Necrophilia is against the law, and if we break our toys, we cannot play with them again.
Exactly. Yes. That's one of my favorite lessons to teach in class. Don't break your toys.
No.
Just don't.
No, and if you do, they say really awful things, and oh gosh.
Yeah, and then they whine about it after a while.
I know,
no fun.
And then they want aftercare. Oh my God!
I'm a big cuddler. I love aftercare.
You do?
I do.
Really?
I'm a
I mean, I don't mind. I make sure they're well taken care of, but I can only take the cuddle thing so far.
I love cuddling. It's definitely things like, it's okay.
Oh my goodness.
I mean,
that's adorable.
It just means that I can hit them harder during, because I know I'm just going to cuddle them just as hard after.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's my whole thing. I like to make them as comfortable as possible, like with, in ropes or suspension, so that they can stay there longer, and I can do more depraved things to them longer. It's there's an art. There's definitely a give and take with that.
There is.
Like, I do like a lot of bondage pain, right? Like, there's ways that you can make it all nice and cozy, but then there's ways that if they struggle, they're going to fuck themselves. And I do like that. But there's something about endurance bondage. I just like it, just to see how far they can take it or how long they can take it. It's just, I don't know, to me, it always keeps things interesting. As you can imagine, you can only do the same tough over and over without it getting boring.
Well, yeah. Well, I know if they're in a comfortable bondage in the air, they're going to flow better.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to stay up there longer. I can get them to dance a little
Yes.
bit, you know. And that's what the audience wants to see. They want to see this, you know, aerial angel, you know, or devil, you know, depending on what the scene is.
Yes.
But you know, that's to me, it's, you know, I like to create a flow, and I like to dance. I'm sorry, but I am known for like dancing with my bottoms in the rope. It's fun.
It is fun. It's a hell of a lot more fun than just here it is and it's gonna stay here and it's not gonna move and you're just like,
oh no, I hate that. I like to do bondage where they can move,
yes.
They can transition,
Agreed.
They can invert and come back up, they can, you know, do something beautiful with their leg or tuck and splay out.
Shibari ballet is just a wonderful thing. I think it's beautiful. It's like, as a rope enthusiast, when I'm actually watching this happen, I don't even give a shit about the ropes. I'm not even looking at the ropes. I'm looking at the movement within the ropes because that right there is absolute control. You control their fucking altitude.
Yep.
You control exactly how they can move, the types of ways they can move.
Exactly.
You know, like everything is about control, and this human is just exerting every bit of power within your control. Fuck me, it is gorgeous. I love that shit.
Well, it is, and you're orchestrating this, you know, because I know I often control the spin. You know, I let them have a little bit of freedom, then I catch it and bring it in another way.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, my favorite person ever right now is Anya Knees, and she's the best ever. And I got her on stage, and she's like, no, I hate this, I'm going to hate this. I'm like, shut up, you're going to be great. And so she goes, and she does it, and then now that's all she can do. She just wants it all the time. And I'm like, okay, cool. Anytime you want it, let's just do it. Because she will do this sort of ballet routine. It's insane. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, how are you, like, she just does this pretzel flexible thing. I can't do it.
Oh, I know. I really loved it when you guys came to my Betty Page tribute party.
So much fun.
Oh my God, you guys were the best.
Thank you.
Oh, that was like my favorite scene of the night, hands down.
Isn't she amazing?
She was, and she was the only one that actually dressed as a Betty Page lookalike. You know,
yes.
So I think it's like she took the show.
I love her.
Yeah. Oh my God, she is so much fun. I love her energy. And I know I got the privilege of suspending her one time for something. I turned into a disco ball.
I know.
Oh my God, she was so much fun. We still have her little disco balls around the dungeon. They've ended up in this corner and that corner.
That's about right.
We don't have the heart to throw them out. They're too much fun.
That's really cool. Just use them as like little, ball weights or decorative action. That could be wonderful plants.
But that's true. That's true. You never know.
You never know.
I do keep one in my locker just for that purpose.
That is amazing. Well, like right now, I'm so excited about this. Earlier this month, she and I got an opportunity to be living art in this art gallery called Wisnu Gallery. It's downtown LA. You can actually find information at labs.wisnu, WIZNU.com. And it's a really amazing gallery. It's on the 7th floor, so the views are just breathtaking.
Wow.
And they have very eclectic art. Right now, they've got lovely bondage and shibari photos.
Oh, wow.
And prints that feature my darling angel. I love him, Master Phoenix.
Really?
Within his rope work and everything.
Oh, my gosh.
And it's him and his model, and it's just beautiful pieces of art. Gorgeous.
Oh, I bet it is.
So me and Anya got to go and perform just like a little series of something throughout the night, just very casual, not an actual performance, more like a demo. But we were live art throughout the whole experience, which I thought was quite clever on their part. Well, we ended up falling in love with each other. I loved the gallery. They loved us. And they're like, would you like to come back every single month and do something?
God.
And
that's
so,
unreal.
yes, we are right now talking plans for, the rest of December, January, etc. I do know that January is going to be a sort of film noir kind of theme, which is going to be very exciting. And then February is going to be like a Valentine's massacre type thing.
Oh my God.
So yeah, it's gonna be
great. You're gonna have so many fun themes to play with.
Yes, exactly.
And how much creative, artistic creativity are they gonna let you have?
All of it.
All of it.
All
so
of it.
You have full control.
Mhm.
Oh, that is wonderful.
Like, we have the option of tailoring our pieces to the art that's being displayed, but we also have the freedom to do our own thing and to suggest pieces of art that we can get to basically match our theme. So yeah, it's really amazing. I'm very, very excited about it because this is something that it's completely different. It's not a class. It's not a performance. There's really no choreography. It's literally just playing with the energy. Sometimes there might be 2 people there. Sometimes there might be 30 some odd people there. And this last one, it was very wonderful. People were interactive. They were asking about it. And I was telling little anecdotes, the history of shibari and things like that. And it was wonderful because the patrons there, they really probably have never even heard of Stockroom or Stockroom University, so they might not have ever come to a class. Or if they heard bondage class, their minds might have gone straight to 50 Shades or some other thing without really stopping to think, well, yeah, okay, well, all that's true. It's also a motherfucking beautiful piece of art, and it is an art form. So it was really amazing to just kind of educate a whole subset of folk that might not otherwise have learned or have even seen it live, you know, and I'm really looking forward to more of that.
Well, yeah, and it is a real art form, you know, whether you study the history of it, or if you look at what artists are doing now. I know there's a artist, I believe his name is Gareth Knight, that does these incredible creations where he actually ties entire trees, and then the people are like the roots, and he ties them in, and then he's like, you know, tied them off a wall with big butterfly wings that he's drawn on there, and he's...
I wish I had the patience for that. But it is beautiful.
I mean, I would love to be doing that. I mean, I can sew totally all these plans in my head, but, you know, to have the resources and the models willing.
That's very true.
You know, because I try a lot of girls out, and, you know, so many people, they want to fly. And there's so many misconceptions about what it's like to be in bondage. And what happens to the difference between being on the floor and being in the air. You know, and trying to explain to them and where it needs to be placed on their body.
Exactly. And it's something that it doesn't matter how much you explain. You know, everyone's different. But you're not going to know until you know. You're not going to know until you're up there. And sometimes it can take a while. You know, not necessarily suspension, but some floor bondage can take a while. I was doing this show for everyone. It was for a fashion shoot. And it was a full-length gown made out of rope. And the model was totally stoked. She was like, oh, I can't wait. I love it. I love it. Well, 15 minutes in standing there while I'm tying this, literally tying a dress on her, she's like, oh, my fucking shit, are we done yet? And I'm like, no, girl. No, baby. You know, like, calm down. You'll be fine. And, you know, I got it. And it was beautiful. By the end of it, she was fucking loving it. But sometimes, in order to do those decorative, beautiful things, it takes a damn while. Yeah. You know, like, patience is not my virtue.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Right? Like, I like to do straight to the point type bondage, like when I play. Specifically when I play. Or when I'm doing a performance where I know I don't have a hell of a lot of time. And it's just like, just as much what needs to get done, do it efficient. I love efficient ropes. Like, that's the shit. But as far as like the flowery things, a lot of models, they want it. They want to look it, but they don't want to put the endurance through it. Yes, exactly. They don't want to sit through it. You know, it happens though.
No, I mean, I've had to get really quick just because people don't have patience. And I'm always surprised at what I can whip out. But when I am given that moment of pleasure, where I am allowed to tie in the moment, not pay attention to anything else but me, the rope in my bottom, and not worry about how fast or how slow, those are blessed moments.
Right.
You know, when you're just lost in the rope. And it's those creative moments that just really remind me why I like rope.
I was going to say, that's when you remember why you got into this.
I do. It brings you right back to that magical moment. It really does. Because I do get caught up in and you know, when you perform for somebody, it's like you need to be done in so much time. We want to see this, 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 and this, and you will do this, and don't do this because, you know, we think the audience will get bored, and so you tailor it to their needs, and it's not truly your work.
I can relate to that. Like, I loved working with FM Concepts. I loved it. Everyone there is amazing. I got to work with some wonderful, amazing models. But after a while, it's like, okay, same formula, same formula. And but then when they would allow more of a plot-based or something, like I could really use my creativity, I loved it. I could really get into that moment.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah, it's the best.
I so get that. Hey, Mel, you've been tapping away. There's got to be some people in that chat room. What's going on?
We have Pig Carrie, oink, 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 oink. We have Little T. We have Justin. Justin is saying that, you know, that we're all going to get drunk. And I says, yeah.
Cheers, Justin.
So, yeah, and so, and Little T's going to be upset with me right now because she's saying, they're not paying attention to us in the chat room. Our host and our guests are not paying attention. So give her a big hug and a kiss and go. Mwah, mwah. So she's like, you know, yeah. See.
Sorry.
And you know, Art Miller, because he's not in the chat room right now, but he might be watching. So.
Art Miller.
Yeah.
Art Miller. Oh, Art Miller.
Art Miller.
Where are you, baby? Art.
Where art thou,
Art?
But they're just chatting away. Little T's telling us who she's got a crush on, you know, and they want attention in the chat room. It was funny. It was funny. It was funny.
Oh my God.
You know,
so what are their questions? What are their comments?
They're just jabbing away, and we're talking about two-timing, and she's got a big crush on Hudsie, and she's probably going to be foaming at the mouth when Hudsie walks in. She'll probably cream her pants.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Literally cream her pants. Justin says cheers. Hello. So, yes. So, and Pig Carrie is rather quiet right now. So, probably oinking somewhere. So, yeah, it's filling up. There's people that are watching, and if you're watching the show and you're not in the chat room, please come in the chat room.
Come on in the chat room. We won't bite, at least not very hard.
We might lick a little, but it'll be good.
It will. We promise. Well,
you tell them what you're drinking.
Oh, yes, yes. We have started the celebrations early. Hudsie Hannes made us some lovely eggnogs and rum.
So good, yes.
Rum and egg. I think, yeah, it's rum and eggnog. See how good it is? I've already got backwards.
Rum and eggnog.
It's rum and eggnog.
How much rum is in that eggnog?
I don't know.
Oh
my goodness.
He's trying to get us drunk and take advantage, I think.
Well, yes, that's okay,
I'm
though.
not complaining. You see how I'm not complaining?
I think that, you know, yes, it is. After all, it is a holiday show.
It is.
You know, and what would a holiday show be without a little grab ass and holiday hijinks?
Oh, the reason why Pig Carrie's not talking, she says she's tied up. She's actually hog-tied. Oink, oink, oink.
Nice.
Cute. And Justin says, Mel, please ask them about butt sex.
Butt sex?
Butt sex. But, that's butt sex.
Butt sex or butt sex?
Butt sex.
B-U-T-T or B-U-T?
B-U-T-T.
Oh.
Oh, so what's his obsession with the ass?
I don't know. I have not a clue. He'll have to say. He's a dude with a cock. What do you expect?
Yeah. They all want it in the ass. They just don't want to admit it.
Yeah, it's true.
Isn't it, though?
Right?
Oh,
I like to
God.
give it. It's fun.
Yeah, I always get that. I just want to explore that. It's like, you know what, dude? I do not do begging. I will tell you where to put your thumb.
You know what you can do with your tongue.
Oh my goodness.
I think I'm getting drunk.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, we can go through a few yoga positions, make you do a few things to yourself.
She gave me more.
Yes, she did.
Are you sure that was why?
You guys.
Oh,
it's getting
my
crazy
goodness.
in here. Somebody help me.
Well, before we get too carried away, now you're currently doing this art show.
Yes.
Okay. Any other upcoming events or anything exciting in your life?
Well, today's a really fun day because I'm doing this, and also earlier today I did an interview, and it just came out for a podcast. It's an audio podcast.
Yes.
Called TSRnetwork.com. Porn and a Donut. And it's so good because you're literally at a fucking donut shop. You're eating donuts. People are like walking in and out, buying donuts, hanging out. You're just doing an interview. And it is all about porn stars, porn makers, etc. And it's in a donut shop. It's in a donut shop. It's so great. And it's the best podcast name ever, Porn and a Donut. Like, how cool is that?
Oh, that is cool.
Right?
You know, it boggles the imagination.
It really does.
Imagine what people think the donuts are doing.
Right, you know? I mean, and that's the thing. You can't even see it.
I know, but...
You just have to, like, take our word for it. We are eating donuts, and it's amazing.
But is that all you're eating?
Yes, it is, actually. Because it's a legitimate... It's like, it's not even pervy. It's great. You know? It's like every now and then, like, for example, we had to pause it because a nice little family and their youngins came in to have donuts, and I am not going to sit there and talk about my shenanigans in earshot. So we literally paused it. We took a donut break. We just ate a little bit. Then we went back on the air, and it was fine, you know? So it's really amazing because it's like live shenanigans, really. So that just came out today if you guys wanted to listen to it.
Awesome. So where can they listen to that?
Pornonadonut.com.
Pornonadonut.com. How easy is that? Pornonadonut.com.
Porn and a donut.
No, let's know who the host is.
Okay, so the host of pornandadonut.com is Mr. Sam Saturday. Sam Saturday is an amazing individual, very ridiculously eclectic. He's an author, he's an illustrator, he's just a really all-around fun-time guy. So he has nothing to do with the industry. He's just a really amazing human being, and he just thought this would be a great idea, and so he's creating it. So we don't have to. He's doing it for us.
Aww.
He's really cool. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, I'm glad.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, I'm still doing my classes. I've got one coming up, Stockholm University, hopefully Pleasure Chest soon.
Oh, excellent.
Which I love. I'm still doing couples sessions. In fact, the most recent DDI, number 79, just came out. My ad's in there, so I'm very excited. I love doing sessions, so that's happening.
Nice.
And, yeah, just living life, you know, as much as I can.
Oh, well, we're so glad that you're here sharing it with us. Do you need a refill on your rum and eggnog?
Oh, my gosh, I'm right.
Yeah. Well, I say we maybe top these off and we bring on Miss Hutsy and see if we can't come up with some great Christmas stories.
I like that.
Yeah. Let's see if she's ready yet. Oh, I know that we like that view.
Yeah. She was French over, by the way. Aren't you jealous?
Ooh.
That's the one.
Yay! So I think we need to shift over just a little bit.
I can do that.
How much do we need to shift, Mel?
Just keep going. I'll do it.
Okay.
Sorry, I would have been here sooner, but I was masturbating to the pages of a magazine.
Oh, like Prince and that one song with my name in it.
This woman that's really good at rope is in here.
No way.
Let's see.
Who is she? I bet she's a whore.
Oh, no, there's a lot of whores in here. I'm like, wow, all right, girls,
Yeah.
that's the picture we chose? Okay, then. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, awesome. I love that here. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
I'm going to
So-
show it to everyone.
Oh, yeah, please. I didn't know what page it was on. I saw it today. Well, I refresh and say happy holidays.
Oh, yay, refreshing.
First day of Hanukkah.
Hey.
All that stuff.
Oh, we're so glad you could join us.
Thank you
Thank you for having me.
Woohoo! That.
Imagine yourself at her feet. Imagine it.
Oh, there. Something like that. Yay! I'm
Who
excited
took that
about it.
picture?
It's
I love that
just-
picture.
I don't know
Okay.
if you can get that up there, Mel.
Seriously, Sam Saturday took
Oh,
that picture.
awesome!
That's
Look
my
at that.
face.
That
Look
is so great.
Now,
Those are my
sexy lady.
can we smell your feet in that
Thank
picture?
you.
I want to see.
Yeah, it's
Oh, wait,
scratchy
we must
sniff.
top this off with some
Oh,
There we go.
I need to scoot over.
That was huge.
Yes.
I'm not making you guys.
Ooh,
There we go.
sounds kinky. I love it.
Yay.
All right. So.
All right. Well,
Happy holidays.
Happy
Happy
holidays
holidays.
Time.
Yes.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Wait.
What? Oh, yes. Come on, Mel.
Yes. Strong.
Ready? I spit mine back in the glass.
Yes.
Yay!
Cheers to you.
I got a big glass.
So you spit instead of swallow then?
It depends on the person.
Oh.
If I really like you, I might, have it for dessert. I gotta pass these out for later. I came back. Nikki, thank you for letting me crush your evening.
This is great.
We talked about doing this a while ago, but we'll let you let us know when you're ready for that.
Oh, absolutely.
So
Yes. Well, we got lots of copies now.
we got all kinds of copies. It's very impromptu.
Absolutely. Well, I thought we would start out to see who has a funny, kinky Christmas story. Anybody want to go first?
You should go first. You're the host.
I should go first. Oh my
That would
God.
set the bar.
Yes, I did attend a kinky house party one year. We had a shibari party at a friend's house of mine. It's a great house. And I came dressed kind of as a Christmas elf. I had my elf ears on and my striped stockings. I had a G-string on. I think that's all I had on.
Ah.
What can I say? God, it wasn't all that. Well, no, it was a lot of fun. I was running around like crazy. I got suspended. I got single-tailed. I was just having a grand old time. And my friend now, he was new to the lifestyle, and he had hooked up with me thinking, oh, I'm going to, and I said, well, great house. Want for party? So that was kind of his first exposure to a bunch of crazy rope people.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So my friend's first exposure to rope bondage was basically having about 40 kinky people come aboard at his house and tie each other up on staircases. I know I turned somebody submissive into a guitar with rope.
Yes.
Playing
Oh,
it like that.
wow.
It was great. Charlie B came down and was suspending people. And people came from all over the place, and this was in North County, San Diego.
Oh, wow.
There was no scene up there back then.
Nice, though.
So, I don't know if that's funny, but I sure had a good time. Oh, it was great. Oh, my God. Yeah, rope is such a fun way to have fun.
Shit, yeah, it is. I didn't even have rope at the party I was talking about.
We did do something that I thought was really cool.
What'd you do?
Somebody brought this hoist, and it was actually for like, a cherry thing, for like lifting an engine.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And we had a guy, and he really, really he liked bondage, but he was about 400 pounds, and he wanted to be suspended. And we had a very experienced rigger there that night, and he figured out how to bring him up. Wow. And you've never seen anybody so happy because they thought that being at their weight, it would be something they would never, ever be experienced. Yeah. And I have to tell you, that really made the party for me.
That is so incredible. Like, I got to do that one time in class. One of my first classes that I really taught, that wasn't just, for seeing people. It was for more vanillas and couples. Mm-hmm. And this one lady, she was kind of distraught. She actually talked to me after class once everyone left. She was too embarrassed to talk to me about it in class, poor thing. She's like, I love this, but I'm never, it's never going to work for me. Is there a way that you can get straps, like, sex swing straps? Mm-hmm. And dude, I'm like, no, hell no. So I made her find her partner, and I stayed an hour after, and I taught him exactly how to tie her up. I got her up. I didn't have a hoist, but it's okay, like, because they weren't going to have one at their house. No. You know what I mean? Like, they're not going to, So I'm like, I will make sure that you go home today knowing how to do this, because it breaks my heart for anyone to think that it's not for them, because it's so customizable. You can suspend almost anyone.
You can.
You really can.
Wow.
And everyone deserves to feel that feeling of weightlessness.
Yes, if they want to feel that, do your best to make it happen. I mean, it can be engineered. It's body mechanics.
Exactly. It's just leverage,
It really is. And I've seen it done more than once. I actually saw this same dom at another conference in Denver. bring a woman up who was in a wheelchair. She was about to have both feet amputated due to severe diabetes, so she couldn't walk. But she saw this, and we got, I don't know how many other guys assisted, but they all got her up.
Oh, that's so amazing.
And it was like, the highlight of her life. She says, now I can face this. She says, I got to do something I always wanted to do.
Oh my God.
So beautiful. See, what you guys do is so beautiful too, and it not only is it beautiful when you can hoist anyone up, right? But like the fact that I always find it really fascinating with anyone who is good at rope. And Jabari like actually understands. You guys have a different kind of brain. The mathematics that must go through your head when you're like, and this goes here, and the pattern's this. I've tried to learn rope, and it's like I never got those brain cells that you have. You have like I don't know, 2 million extra brain cells that I don't have. That tells you how to do those patterns with rope. I'm always in awe of it, and I can never remember it. I do basic ties. I can tie penis, of course. Woo. Who can't? Yeah. But, you know what I mean? It's amazing.
A skill. Not everybody can.
It's a lot simpler than what you're talking about, though.
It's very true.
Oh, and she wants me in a little bit.
Yes.
Oh, hi, Scoochie.
Yes. We got to all get comfy.
Just tighten up.
Tighten up.
Yes.
She said tighten up.
So anyway, cheers to your brains, because I don't know how you guys remember all that. Oh my God.
We have Miss Cat Black is in the chat room. Woohoo, Miss Cat! Woo 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 woo!
Miss Cat. Anybody else, Mel?
Little T still there. Justin is still there. Pig Carrie is still tied up. Justin is getting all hot and bothered and horny. And there are people that are watching the show. I can see the numbers have moved up. So please, if you are watching the show, please come into the chat room and hang out with us. And Little T says, Merry Christmas, all happy ho ho XXX. Little T says, Carrie says XXXX, and I am getting fucked up and drunk.
Wow. You are ever curious.
Join the club.
No, I'm getting drunk.
Carrie's in rope at the moment, and she should not be getting drunk.
That is a very good
Save
point.
that for aftercare.
Sane and consensual.
Yes.
Safety third.
Interruption. Also, please tell Hudsey I am here. Little T says, I love you. I love you. Miss Cat says, oinking in the new year. Oh.
Yeah, exactly. We speak
Awesome. I have a little stuffed piggy. I call him Mr. Cochino. I sleep with him.
That's so cute. Oh.
Precious.
I used to have stuffed animals, and they disappeared. I think one year they were sold at the garage sale.
Oh, ew.
Without my knowledge. Oh well.
Oh.
I'm sure they're somewhere good.
This
So I'm glad you have yours.
This one is actually a new one. My slave gave it to me because I call him Cochino. So I have a little stuffed Cochino.
That is precious.
I do have a question about slaves.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I know it's kind of off the subject, but it is a BDSM show, so I
Yes, it is.
What are the top 3 things that you both really appreciate that a slave does for you, or that your current slave does for you? Or even one thing that if they didn't do it, you'd be like, how can I? Like for me, my slave daughter, we'll call her 232. She always invites everyone to my Facebook events. And if I have a teacher, like I'll be having you guys at Stockholm University, she will, with your permission, get your password and invite all your friends for you, so you don't have to do it. I just love that.
Oh.
It's like, thank you for being okay with doing that. Something
Very
like that.
wonderful.
That makes me happy.
Yes.
Little Me is in the chat room. Vic is in the chat room. See, I told you, they're all coming in.
Oh,
They're all
welcome, Little Me.
Yeah.
Welcome, Vic.
Not only will Hudsey's little girl, whatever she calls her, she 52. She also 52. Area 52.
Yeah, right.
Area 52. She also came and picked me up and took me to the stock room.
She did.
It was awesome. Yeah,
And
great.
helped you look for chocolate.
Yeah, help me look for chocolate. So also Kim is in the chat room. So Vic is in the chat room. Miss Cat Black. There's people are coming in. They're going, hello, everybody.
Hello.
It's about fucking time, everyone.
Well, for me, my slave type, he is really awesome, and he is kind of a I'm not going to say hippie, but he's really big into health and natural healing.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I was really, really, really sick and things were stuck, he was like my cheerleader, and he helped me figure out what to do, where to go. He took me to like all these different types of naturopaths, everything from acupuncturists to nutritionists, Chinese herbalists, and things like that, to just kind of try and get me back to health again. And he's amazing. He's taught me more about like the inner workings of my body on a nutritional level than I ever wanted to know. You know what I mean? Like, I get it now. And because of that, God, it's been over a year since I've had any prescriptions, no more pain medicine, no more fibromyalgia medicine.
That is amazing.
He's really like helped me cure myself of that shit.
That's great.
Yeah, I love him. He's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
We like him too. Oh,
I want him to come clean out my intestines. Okay.
What is it now?
Little Me says, you were talking about me. I just turned this on and I missed it. So, hello, Little Me.
Hi, Little Me.
We're all getting drunk, Little Me. Come and join us.
We are. We are. Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, that was incredible to hear. You know,
Awesome.
yeah, I hear stories. Some submissive, and the DS dynamics are so beautiful. I know I had a sweet little male submissive years ago, and he was only 18, and I was really hesitant on taking somebody that young.
Yeah.
But I never met a more truer heart and a more genuine soul. And the only reason he's not still with me is that he had to leave the scene to go home to take care of his father and his brother.
Oh, wow.
And, and I really just, I'm so sad that, he hasn't been in touch, and I pray for him, because it's so rare to find somebody that, truly embraces the scene like he was. He's like, mistress, I just want to be there for you. Whatever you need, I will be that. And we work this thing out, because I have this thing. It's like, your schoolwork comes first, honey. We have to make sure you're okay, then you may do this for mistress. But he would have given everything up for me, and I just couldn't allow that.
And that's really important. I think one of the lessons that I like to teach is, when you fly on a plane and the airline stewardess is going through the motions at the very beginning of it. Part of what she says is, if there's problems, the oxygen masks are going to come down. You have to put your own oxygen mask first before helping others.
Yes.
And I use that as an analogy because some people, specifically slaves, it's just part of their personality, and they will give and forget to take care of themselves. And that can be dangerous. And I think that that's part of like the responsibility role that you take on when you own a person. You know what I mean? But it's definitely something that, at least in my experience, they would just give and not even, at least in the past. The one that I have right now, it's a very wonderful balance though, because again, he's being an example to me by the way that he's living his lifestyle and sort of helping me out through that, and it's just been a journey, not just in BDSM, but in everything else. And I've had wonderful submissives, I've had wonderful slaves in the past, that sadly I had to leave behind when I came here.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And it's never easy to say goodbye.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Aww.
But at least you had that wonderful experience.
Oh, I did. I have to tell you, that's one of the things where when the scene gets bad for me, and I've been through some rough spots in this scene, then I remember those sweet spots like that, and then I remember like those beautiful relationships I might see at a party or something, where you can tell everybody in that family loves each other.
Yes.
They play together, they take care of each other, they adhere to their protocol, they respect each other. It's amazing when you see that. And, I've seen it, and then I've seen the other side of it too, but, that's part of life, if life didn't have its ups and downs, we wouldn't know what was good, and we wouldn't know what was bad, and I find that generally people like good things, so if you seek out the good, you will find.
It's true.
That's true. Very true.
So, tell us your story. Since you brought the question up.
Oh, wait, of my naughty Christmas story?
Yeah.
Well, we do want to hear the naughty Christmas story,
Yeah.
but what you admire most about someone who serves you or your personal slave.
Well, I think when you see someone who genuinely wants to be of service and isn't doing the but I want, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When you see that they just have it in their heart and soul to just give and be of service, and there is no, but I need this.
Yes.
You know, and that comes from someone who has a hard time asking for help. I don't know how to ask for help, and so having a slave now who is like a daughter to me, who I feel comfortable calling. Like last week, I was working the desk and the floor at the Dominion dungeon, and I knocked over a candle, and it spilled wax on the desk and on the floor. And I looked at it, and I was like, I'm not skilled enough to get this off the rug and the floor.
Yeah, that's a trick.
And I called her. I was like, would you be willing to come by and visit me and do this? I'm asking for help, and she was thrilled. And that's like foreign to me.
Yes, I know exactly
You know?
what you mean. If I'm kind of similar. If I didn't have that, or someone moreover anticipating my needs before I even know that I have them, because I'm like you, it's really hard for me.
You
to
feel
ask.
so like, really? Am I doing this right now? Like, I should be trying to do this, but I knew if I did it, it would go so much worse.
Oh yeah.
And not be done to my boss's satisfaction. And she got it out with the paper bag on the rug, did the whole thing. It was like, it never happened. And I was like, it's really nice to, and it creates a healing in me to be able to ask someone else for something, and for her as well.
Yeah.
You know, to feel valued and appropriate, and like she belongs to something.
We all need to feel needed.
Mm-hmm.
And that's part of the reason people choose to serve.
Yeah.
I know that was the biggest thing for me when I was in service, is to be needed, that I was wanted, that I was doing something that achieved a purpose, that I was part of a family, and it was going somewhere, and that's what I like to get out of it.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean that's what it is. We all have the need to be needed, and you know, I'm so used to doing that. Even when I do take on a submissive, it's like I want to take care of them.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like we have to negotiate to get them to the point where I'll let them do things for me.
Sure.
You know,
but like robs them of that experience, and that's why it's good to find that piece of it where you're allowing yourself to let someone help you, because you're actually doing something for yourself as well as them by doing it. Yeah.
Well, you are.
Yeah.
You know, and then you got to remember how good it feels to be needed. And I'm going, well, you know what? That's a gift I should let them have.
Exactly. That is exactly right. And especially if you have someone who is a slave heart, it would almost dishonor them for them to see you doing their job, so to speak. You know, and you always want to honor your playthings, just
of
like
course.
You know?
It's like sometimes I will drive down to my master's work in the middle of the night and bring him food, or just give him a hug if he's having a rough night. And to me, the old me never would have thought to do that, but having met him and discovering I have that in me through the dynamic, that's like, it gives me great joy, so it helps me understand when my slave wants to do something.
I love
I used
it.
to bring my serve lunch all the time.
Yeah.
You know, because I knew that he didn't bring it with him, and he said, you know, we can have lunch, and I would go and I would get something special. Got him to try all sorts of new interesting things.
It becomes a fun little field trip, and that's why, like the 50 Shades movie, I feel like couples will see it and they'll discover these things we're talking about, ways to honor and take care of each other that's outside the box, and not about like, well, I did the laundry last night.
Exactly.
You know, what else though? Like, there's something different than the basic humdrum chores that we all do.
So,
you know?
Well, you know, it's not that I mind doing those chores for you, but you know, every once in a while, I just want to have that special moment with you, sir. You know, it's not anything in particular. It's like, well, can I serve you a drink when we go out? You know, or
yes. And some people, they have a really interesting way of expressing themselves, especially on an emotional level. For example, there was a gentleman in my life, and for the life of him, as sweet as he was, and I'm sure that he could not say, I love you. He just could not do it. But what he would do is he would mow the grass. He would take the garbage out. And every now and then, when he was leaving, he would honk 3 times, I love you. But that's all he could do. He couldn't say it.
So how did you know it was I love you?
Well, after a while, you realize, oh, I get it now. And you start learning somebody enough to know that you're learning their language. Because you can't always expect everyone to speak your own language, which is ridiculous considering that's me saying that, but it is true. And so some people, they express their love through service. It's all they know to do.
Well, that's true. We all communicate a little differently, you know, and people forget to honor that in other people.
Yeah.
You know, and if we were just all actually talk once in a while, we might know this.
Exactly. And a lot of times, you know, you put expectations on people without actually communicating that.
Yes.
You say, well, I need you to say this or act in such a way. And then when they don't, you're disappointed. Well, you didn't really communicate. But that's why I love our DS relationships, because there's always negotiation. Everyone knows the role they're playing. Everyone knows what is expected, and you can always go back and talk about it.
Yeah.
I love
absolutely.
that.
And I often explain to my submissives, well, we do this for, you know, why do I have to do a mantra every day? And I explain to them the various reasons why we do it. But I said, most of all, it's for you to check in with me on a daily basis so I know you're okay. You know, and they go, I never thought of that.
Yeah.
It's like, if I didn't care, I wouldn't ask you to do it.
It's the pledge of allegiance to Miss Cassie.
Yes.
Congratulations to Miss Cassie. The rope goddess.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I want to hear your funny story now, and then we're going to have to sing.
Oh, God. Funny story. Do I have a Christmas funny story? Oh, well, okay. There was a time when I wanted to make a human Christmas tree. So I got a bunch of subs together and had them all stand there. I think there was 5 of them, and they stood in a formation. We lit them with lights and tinseled them up, and they were like all holding each other and getting really tired, like holding their arms up and things, and we would tickle them and stick things in their orifices. But I mean, that's about as nutty as my Christmas ever got, chestnuts and all. You know, like, it was just fun to like make them into a tree and see how long they could do it. It was fun.
You reminded me of a submissive that I met that was into Christmas kink, and his favorite present he ever got was his mistress got him this this dildo shaped like a candy cane that he could stick up his butt.
Oh my gosh. That is perfect.
It was glass. It was great.
Wow.
And it looked like a candy cane.
Oh, it sounds so pretty though.
Yeah.
It was pretty.
Yeah.
And it was like the perfect anal look.
That's so cute.
Oh my gosh.
Where'd they get that?
I know, right? I want one.
I know, it sounds really cute.
That's super cute.
I wonder how big it was.
Mel, do you have any Christmas stories you should hear?
I don't know if my Christmas stories are kinky, but I was dating this man for a very long time, like 18 years.
Wow.
And in the midst of it all, one Christmas Eve, he came over. I stripped him down to nothing. I laid down a satin sheet on the floor, red satin.
Ooh.
We laid on it. I was in the nude, high heel fuck me shoes.
Yeah.
Nice.
And underneath the Christmas tree, we fucked, licked, and sucked our brains out. So that's what I did for Christmas. I don't think that was kinky. Was it? Was it kinky?
Kinky.
That just sounds like a good fucking Christmas.
I mean, that's what Christmas trees are for. Nobody thinks to use them.
That's right.
It's all about.
You've got to fuck underneath the Christmas tree. And you know what? I don't have my song. I think does someone have extra songs? Here, I got to go get my songs because we're gonna.
I'll throw my.
And we're gonna go as long as you guys want to go. So there's no rush for anything because.
Did we get all the naughty stories?
Well, I have one.
Oh, let's hear it.
I
Next
didn't,
one.
I didn't do multiple. I never even thought to do multiple people as a Christmas tree. I did do this one. He was this beautiful, teeny little twink, right? He was the sweetest, cutest fucking twink in all the damn land. Oh my god. And so I didn't even do anything awesome. Not really. I sat him down on his knees, whatever, in front of everybody. No big deal. And then string of lights, because you do, instead of ropes, because why not? And then I gave every person in the party a needle, because we were all family. Like, we were all family, so we were all, like, gloved up and shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, what's the gloves for, guys? Give everyone a little needle. And everyone just goes, boop, boop, boop. Obviously, this dude is into medical play and is into needles. And clearly, I didn't just accost somebody. Okay, so all right.
Turn into your pink cushion.
Yes, some people do like this stuff, honest.
And so he got pierced, and then we used those to hang little ornaments.
Oh, that's so cute.
And he was like totally cute, and it was literally like as we got the last ornament on, he's like, "This is great, but okay, guys, some space. I gotta get out of this." Like, okay, so you're, off it comes or whatever. And then it was just aftercare while there was a beautiful bonfire, because you could do those things in North Carolina. You can't really do bonfires here, which I miss.
Yeah.
So everyone else was just hanging on the bonfire, and then there was this really amazing guy, rest his soul, named Jason. And Jason is the type that it's a party when he comes out naked, And so he finally comes out naked, and he's like jumping over the fire, and I don't know, it was just the best night ever. It's one of the best parties ever.
Nice.
That's awesome.
How fun was that?
I like people. Oh, and we had a naked sushi tray.
Oh, there you go.
And this was amazing. Okay, so the naked sushi tray was this beautiful chick who ended up being a model of mine, and I hired her as my assistant when I worked as a project manager. So there you go.
Wow.
She had a bunch of jobs. We like that.
Yeah.
What's amazing is not often you eat sushi off your assistant.
No. Like this is a good precedent. I need to do this with all of my jobs. You want the job? Lay down, sushi. Okay, you're hired.
Lay down. You're now going to be my sushi platter. Sounds good.
I figured if she's willing to do that for me, she's willing to do anything. So.
That warms her up and just gets her ready for Nikki Nefarious' life.
Exactly.
That's true. That's
great.
Lovely. How fun is that?
It was amazing. Yes, ma'am.
We have a chat room question. He's going to bring us. He's going to bring us into the serious note of things. And I also asked the chat room if they have any fun kinky stories they'd like to share with us that we could read in the chat room. But Vic says, he says, speaking of press, how do you feel about mainstream media represents the kink and the BDSM community? For all three of you to make a comment.
Well, I haven't had a TV in over a year, so I rely on the internet. And
same here.
I only hear about stuff if someone tells me that it's that big a deal, and I haven't heard anything negative about our community. Not recently.
Well, I hear stuff from vanilla people who think they have an idea of what our community is, and there are still so many misconceptions.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I mean, I just heard a close family member of mine going, "Yeah, they're prostitutes." It's like, oh my God. I wanted to just lay into him with both barrels, but I couldn't. I mean, I'm a vanilla family event, and I am not out to my family, so to speak.
Not.
No.
Oh, wow.
No, not really.
Oh, my.
I mean, I don't really hide anything, and I don't make any big deals about anything, and quite frankly, the only people that I really truly care about, and thank God they aren't on the internet much, is my parents. They're getting up there, but other than that, it's like fair game between my relatives. They've always thought I was amusing with all the shit that I pull.
My family knows.
Do they?
Yeah. I think it's pretty cool. My mom, I love her to death. She is this wonderful Christian lady. She goes to church like 5 billion times a week. Love her. And she's like, well, I mean, I'm proud of you, honey, but how come I never seen any of your work?
Oh,
and I'm like, no, Mama, it's not for you. And she's like, well, now, if you can't show your mama, you won't not be doing it. And I'm like, no, I know. I get it, but it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's fine. But she knows, but she has never really experienced. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, I've introduced her to my slaves and things, and she gets it. She actually thinks it's fucking cool.
Yeah.
But as far as like some of the kinkier things, she's never really seen it.
Yeah, my mom did meet one of my doms and absolutely hated him. She says, that man is bad, and he is going to do bad things to you. I have a feeling this is not going to be good for you.
Was she
was right.
Oh, they usually are they not?
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Yeah, but I would love to show my mom some of my artistic work. I've done some beautiful work. I mean, what I do is rope sculpture. And I think she would totally appreciate that.
And maybe
but I
should
don't want to interrupt her comfort level because she loves her happy little bubble.
Oh, no, I understand, right?
So it's like, unless it comes down to it and I need to bring it to her, why?
But I think she probably knows more than you realize anyway. I mean, you are her daughter.
Exactly,
so.
But she appreciates that I don't throw things in her face.
It's like you're waiting for, if she asks you, then
It's like I never came out to my parents as gay, but they know they just met my girlfriend over the weekend.
You don't really go, so we know I'm gay, and they go, yeah, like that doesn't happen.
Like,
I just said, and then my mom just said, well, what do you do for a living?
That's great.
I mean, parents are fabulous, but you just have to respect who you come out to and their comfort level with things. And, you know, if they want to know, they will ask.
Yeah.
And if they ask me, I would point blank tell them honestly. I don't have anything to hide, but I don't feel I have to disclose everything to everybody.
Yeah, rubbing it in someone's face is not.
It's not.
Is it necessary for a certain situation? No.
You know, I'm not about making somebody uncomfortable unless they're paying me. Is their kink to make them uncomfortable? Then I am totally cool with it.
Exactly
but
right.
I care about people.
Yeah.
You know, and I like to give people what they want. So if you want me to make you uncomfortable, book a session with me. I'm really good at it. It's one of my favorite things.
Ma'am.
Little T has noticed something. She says, Hudsie needs a fresh drink. I would get it for her if I was there.
I was going to say we do need to top this off. Little Taurus. Right. Yes, I love you, little Taurus. Good observation.
I think you need a little more. Are you doing okay?
I'm doing great.
Miss Nikki?
So, like, with my mom, she has seen the arts and stuff, you know, fine. That's okay. But as far as the, you know, pictures of some chicks that spinning with my hand halfway up her...
Yeah.
You know?
Up her what?
So, okay, this is the best shoot ever. I show up. I'm shooting with Kid Marcus, so you know it's going to be good times.
Oh, absolutely.
I have no idea who my model is. And she comes over. She's like, all right, well, this was supposed to be vaginal, but I kind of blew myself out yesterday, so we're going to have to do anal. And I'm like, well, I'm supposed to be doing a fisting scene. And she's like, no, don't worry about it. It's fine. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I have this thing with lube. I cannot handle lube on my skin. I just can't. Oh, my God, it's so gross. So when I get into latex, it's like, ugh. So I'm like, I'm going to have to be whatever. So I don't want the little gloves. I want the big gloves, and I am so glad that I did. Because she's in a lotus on the side, suspended, so it's like asshole right here, just ready to go. So I'm like, okay, just a little bit, no big deal. And then my head goes, I totally break character. Ken Marcus has a picture of me going, and she goes, as serene as a motherfucker, she goes, is it in yet?
Oh my God!
It nearly became
you know she did that on purpose.
She did. It nearly became a pissing scene because I nearly pissed everywhere. But my mom will never see those pictures.
I get that.
Where can we see those pictures?
Hustlers have you.
Oh my God! And your face is going.
Oh my God, that's
hilarious.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Yeah, she did that on purpose.
She did.
Oh,
she did. It was worth it.
Oh
so she does that with a Christmas tree.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Christmas trees, should we do our song?
Oh.
Because last time I was here, we talked about my coming back this month and singing kinky Christmas songs. So we thought
Mel's got a finger going up.
I would like to take the songs and copy and paste them into the chat room for our chat room can join us.
Sure.
So if you'll give me a couple of minutes for you guys to mingle and talk, and so I will do them right now. So give me 5 minutes to do it and just have fun with the show and just keep going.
Right.
Awesome.
We'll be able to harmonize really well here in a minute.
We're doing 3 different Christmas carols, and they're all very different. And of course, we committed a crime and changed the words to nasty things.
We did.
But I think you guys can relate to most of this.
It's very relatable.
It's like if Weird Al was super kinky. And
well,
Christmas
true.
song.
And I bet some of you
Exactly.
guys want this in your Christmas stocking. I think there's some
so.
good stuff here. I bet this is on some submissives. Christmas list.
Oh, I'm sure of it.
I think so, yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes, that one for sure.
Yeah.
Oh.
I kind of wrote this in my top perspectives. Now everybody knows what I'm into. It's all very one-sided.
Oh, we talked about that on the show.
Oh,
yes.
And we talked about doing this because we both had talked about how we were Christmas carolers back in the day. So we both could harmonize and stuff. And then when we were rehearsing it early, we realized she's going to be the soprano tonight.
Oh, my. And hey, you
The
guys.
melody. Yeah, the melody.
I don't sing.
But you're going to do like the Missy Elliott part. You're going to be like doing it like raps. So there's a little bit of something for everybody.
Word. Because, you know.
You can do it. Well, you're familiar with all of them. I know you are.
Oh, it's just Smurfly. I got this.
Yes, you do. You do.
By the way, I never realized your hair was so long and luscious.
Oh, I thank you.
It's gotten so long. It's like Rapunzel.
I know. I'm trying to see how long it'll go. It got to this point where it would only grow to here and then it stopped.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, with the shit. So then I stopped using hair products and I started just putting coconut oil in it.
That worked.
And then it's like growing like a motherfucker now. So
just coconut oil, nothing else.
Coconut oil.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they say, like, I've had so many people tell me to use that for everything.
It's I do it from scratch.
Good. You always do, though.
Oh, so do you, are you kidding?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no, Mel, what did you do?
I am so drunk.
Melanie's
Really?
thinking.
God, I must be English because I don't feel anything.
Me either, but I haven't stood up
Well,
yet.
she got a really big glass.
Yes, she did.
Oh, that's
like,
true.
Her glass is like all of ours combined. Well, should we just do them?
Yeah, I got
Okay.
them up there. So which one
Oh,
do you want to
huzzah,
do
all right.
So we'll start with the serious one.
Yes.
We Three Kings, but we're calling it
We Three Doms.
So what key should we do? Do you want to pick a key?
Oh, I'll just fit in wherever you start.
Okay.
I got a key for you guys.
Are you ready, Rev?
Nah.
Good one.
Nah.
Okay.
We three doms of fetish and king, taking missions right to the brink. We will own you, backdoor bone you, water sports for your drink. Oh, subs of wonder, subs of pain, subs in pink panties again, seeking mistress, begging fistus, ending with a candy cane.
Didn't we just talk about ending something like candy cane?
All good things end with a candy.
Yes, they do.
Well, I hate to tell you this, but Vic in the chat room is getting horny by our singing.
So what do they think in the chat room? They like the alternative?
You guys like the songs? You guys got to sing along with us if you can sing along. Sing along. I'm too drunk. Never mind.
I was like, I don't know.
Well, didn't you girls play with those big candy canes that they give you, the poles? I mean, they're dildo
Oh, I know what you're
size.
talking about.
When you were a little girl, you mean?
Yeah. Didn't you experiment?
I was so like behind on all
I was
that.
too.
Yeah, I was a late bloomer.
I was
I didn't
very-
masturbate till I was like 21.
Ladies,
like
you
I
stick
was-
those candy canes up your pussy, you will end up with an infection from all the sugar. Never mind.
And we know this
But
song.
you suck the sugar off, and then you have somebody go down and suck the sugar out.
Oh, my goodness.
I have a boyfriend who scopes his bows.
In the chat room,
Uh-oh, our video.
No.
No.
Does that say?
No,
Are you serious?
it's a different. In the chat room, people are saying, "Okay, you ready for this?" Okay, they're saying, laughing on the floor, laughing, haha, fucking awesome. Do you definitely believe infidelity stems from lack of sexual exploration? Well, that's a different question for a different
Candy canes caused that one.
Yes, they must.
All right, should we try our next one? Okay.
Yes, okay.
Oh, by the way, it is Hatsi Han that wrote these songs.
Yes,
Yes,
it is.
I didn't write them. I wrote the parodies.
She
Yeah,
wrote
parodies.
She wrote.
I did not write the originals,
She
otherwise I
wrote-
have
she-
a lot of money.
Yes. You only wrote the
That's
words that are
right.
coming out of our mouths
Yes.
tonight.
Yes.
Yes, all this other stuff will.
So we're doing deck the halls, but we're gonna deck his balls instead.
Okay.
So, and I apologize, ladies. You just have to put in the follow along.
Yeah, down here.
Yes.
That's
I got lazy.
It's all good.
Yes.
All right.
How many fucking follow laws are there?
A lot.
I will just follow whatever you go.
Okay.
Okay.
Key of drunk.
Key of drunk.
Key of drunk.
Deck. Okay.
Dak,
Ready? I said deck. Yeah, deck.
dick, dick,
All right.
dick, cock,
Stop changing the key.
cock, cock.
Have another sip.
Yeah, have another sip, and I'll get you up here. Okay.
Okay.
Ready? Here we go.
Yes.
Deck the hall.
So we got Starboard.
It's all your fault now.
Deck. You got the key.
Deck.
Deck his balls. Okay, here we go.
Deck
his balls with Sue and Holly. Fa la 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 la. Safe and sane, so skip to Molly. Fa la 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 la. Dress him in a gag and bin. Fa la 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 la. Only bluebells be my spit.
La 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 la. See the blazing holes before us. La 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 la. Strike an ass and flog the chorus. La 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 la. Crawl to me in painful pleasure. La 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 la. While I wear latex and leather. La 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 la. Thumbs and subs and all that switchy. La 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 la. You can play and find your niche. La 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 la. Whether gay or straight or pan. La 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 la. Wear a dress or be a man. La 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 la. La 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 la. We've just had Tyler Drudka has just come into the chat room. Welcome. If you're wondering what's going on, it's Christmas.
Eddie Izzard's here?
Who?
That song is for Eddie Izzard.
We are drinking and having a good old time. It's Christmas. It's Hanukkah. Oh.
What is the first day of Hanukkah?
Light the menorah, Hanukkah, light the fucking menorah. Never mind.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
we
a
have one coming
I'm a
up
bad
so-
Jew.
Oh.
No.
No.
Don't
We have a serious song now. We have a slow.
serious-
So we'll have to do it very slow.
We
but
will.
short.
Little T likes the only lube will be my split. Ha 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 ha
The only
ha.
lube will be my
Spit.
spit, not shit.
Yes.
That's
Spit.
not good for lube.
No,
No,
it's not.
No, it's not.
Unless it's where it came from, and then
No.
it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It's yours.
We're getting zonkered.
Oh my goodness, Rob.
Oh,
Now I know
man.
her limit. Thank God you're
Yes.
home already. All
I'm
right.
gonna have to see my vibrator tonight.
TMI.
That's the next show. Rev's Eggnog Christmas.
Oh my god.
Eggnog Christmas, more like it.
Oh fuck.
Wow.
I'll be home for Christmas at Carpenter's song.
No.
Oh, there's that damn elf again.
Fucking elf.
I told you guys to gag him.
Horse
here.
elf.
Let me get it. Hold on.
Yes,
Get it,
yes.
grab it.
Come on, Mel. I
Wait.
told you to take
Rip
care
it.
of that.
Okay.
Spank it.
Come on.
Ready?
Spank the
Get
fucking
that elf.
shit elf. Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
Oh, good. Oh, please.
Will she be my neighbor?
Okay, so this one isn't this a Carpenter song?
No, honey, this song's been out since Perry Como bullshit.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't it Bing Crosby?
Bing Crosby.
No, Bing Crosby's
Oh,
White
okay.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I can't remember the Carpenter. Okay,
This
well,
is
anyway.
probably.
It's when they had
So
neat
this is more-
haircuts.
This is more like mellow and slow. So
Yes.
Yes.
I'll
So-
be home for Christmas. I will switch for Christmas. That's how we're gonna do it. We're going high. She's going for the soprano. Okay, here we go.
I will switch for Christmas. You can now taunt me. Hanukkah and Hanukkah are not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea.
Christmas Eve, you'll find me. Topping from my knees.
Oh,
I will switch for
Christmas.
But only in your dreams. Yay, we're switching. Cheers.
Wait.
Oh, yes. Come on now.
Come in here, Drunky Drunkerson.
Yes.
No.
we're still on, because if you're not going to be in it, you got to take it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's true.
Oh, that was fun.
That was
That
fun.
was super fun.
Oh my
God.
goodness. Did you finally silence that damn elf?
Fuck that elf.
Yes. Oh, that elf wishes we
She
fuck
just
him.
smelled me.
Oh,
It was like a smell and a kiss.
I
have no makeup on.
Oh.
At least you got your glasses so you can see where you're going.
I'm all sung
Yes,
up.
Merry Christmas.
Gorgeous ladies.
Hey, Mel, any comments in that chat room?
Vic is, I think, really horny because now he's talking about swingers. He goes, speaking of swingers, have you ever had a chance to visit the Cave Lounge in San Diego? And if so, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think that says it all.
What do you think about peas? Eating them, I mean. Do you like them?
As long as the green one's in the pot.
I don't know. It all depends on how many
Do you
people.
ever hang around the gymnasium?
I used to work in the gymnasium.
Did you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Smelly business, isn't it?
Yes,
It
it
can
is.
be.
You used to have to tell people to shower before they came down to the spa.
Oh,
You'd be
yeah.
surprised how many people would show up in the God, it's like, really?
Ooh.
No amount of aromatherapy is going to fix that.
No, it's just in the walls. You just have to
Yeah,
not
yeah.
go there.
Yeah.
Can't go there.
Yes,
It's like there's
yes.
a Bikram yoga in Silver Lake, and the floor, it's just embedded in the floor, the smell.
Oh, that's so
bet.
Yeah,
I'll
you can't do anything
because
about it.
that's nothing but
Gross,
sweat.
gross.
And like 110 degrees in the room.
Nope.
You know?
Ooh, so those guys that like stinky feet should go take Bikram yoga.
Oh, yeah.
They
That's
really
exactly what they should do.
Seriously.
because that's the smell they're seeking.
That's all in there. It's
It
like
is
it's like you're
just-
in a shoe.
That is gross.
Yeah.
Of course.
So that could
I
make
took
your...
a water bottle out of there. The water bottle smelled like it. It's funny.
Wow.
That is really
That's
not
right.
awesome.
Mm.
I mean, I like yoga, but that is, I mean, because you are breathing a lot when you're doing yoga. You're like, inhale the foot, you know what I mean?
Exhale
I
the
just
foot.
don't want to.
Oh, if you think about that,
that's not
all
my
that
fetish.
moisture goes into the air, and yes, you are inhaling that.
Inhaling
Just like
funk.
every breath we've ever taken has been inhaled by another human being on this planet.
Every,
my air, damn it!
every breath you take.
This is my air. That's yours.
Okay, Vic is trying to get us to be serious.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. The cave. The cave.
Yeah,
And
Vic,
the
Vic,
peas.
Vic is trying. Vic, you know, he's here for an education, and we respect that.
Oh.
So Vic says a lack of communication in vanilla or kink, and then he says, I mostly have a commentary. I think there are a lot of similarities between kink and vanilla, but are very rarely often mentioned. I agree with you. We still piss like everyone else.
We do.
It doesn't matter. Yep, vanilla or kinky.
We walk our dogs. We go to Starbucks. We're just like you.
And you do know that it used to be love, honor, and obey, and Lucy used to get spanked by Desi. So tell me there is not a kinky link between the vanilla and the kink.
Oh, there
rules.
used to be vintage ads about how if you are a wife and you're fucking up, it is his motherfucking job to spank
And the
you.
hairbrush
That's
thing.
right.
And yes. And it's almost like he didn't love you enough if he wasn't disciplining you.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So you cannot tell me the two are not related.
And I think it's necessary. I think that we have forgotten our little Kinkster roots, and I think that we
We
try
do.
to compartmentalize so much. And I mean, I'm not about the misogyny unless it's consensual.
Well,
at the
exactly.
same time,
But you know what? The divorce rate's a whole lot different.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know, a little discipline seemed to make marriages last a
And I
lot
think
longer.
that back then, not to be old-fashioned, but again, it's just like with BDSM. Back then, you knew it was very misogynistic, but
Yes.
the man had his role, the woman had his role. Well, just like in DS relationships, I have my role, my slave has his role. Everyone knows where they're at, so there's not too many cooks in the kitchen,
Yeah.
and it's this nice synergy. A lot of people don't really know how to do that anymore. I think
They
it's lost
don't.
arts.
A lot of
Yeah.
tradition has gone to the wayside.
Yeah.
A lot of our rights of adulthood, of what we looked forward to growing up. I mean, I looked forward to the whole wardrobe change because when I was a little girl, it meant that you would go from little girl dresses to like sexy teenage outfits. And once you were through being a teenager and you got into college, you wore the preppy, you know, young adult wear.
Yeah.
And then when you became an old married lady, then you wore something a little bit more appropriate and and each decade, something different was added. By the time you got to your 30s and 40s, I remember my mom's matching purse and hats and gloves, and I really wanted to do that. Oh my God. And by the time that I grew up, all that had gone to the wayside, and it was all about how much skin can you show. And, now you have to fuck them, or they won't be with you. And there's none of this waiting for marriage stuff. Yeah. And I think a lot of people are getting into BDSM because America has lost the tradition of rites of passage. Yeah. Yes. You're waving.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I protested during the 60s and burned my bra. I am so sorry. I caused it. I am so... Look at, she's leaving.
Oh my God. Mel, I thought you were going to gag it.
Oh, it's amazing. Vic in the chat room says on current topic, poly and mono, the biggest thing that is caused the rift is lack of communication. Just because someone is poly does not mean that they can't have an affair. That is true. If everyone is drunk, then I should catch up. So he's going to go in his cupboard to find some tequila.
Not wanting to be left out, but he does make a point. Yes, you can cheat in a poly relationship.
Yes, you can.
People really confuse swinging and open relationships and poly. Usually, in a poly relationship, you're in a committed relationship with a few other people. Mm-hmm. It doesn't mean fucking everything that moves. Usually you're only fucking each other because you agree to a loving, committed relationship between the 3 of you, the 4 of you, the 5 of you, the 6 of you, however many of you has fit into your dynamic and works.
That's true. And even if you do have an open relationship and you're able to go fuck everyone if you want to, there's still a level of communication and honesty. And if you find yourself experiencing something with someone that you neglect or loathe to tell your partner, then you're probably doing something you ought not be.
Exactly. No, I was in a poly relationship for a long time, but we were primaries. And then what I discovered is as much freedom as I gave that person, he still cheated. Oh. So there were things I didn't know about, even though I was fine with it if I knew.
Right.
You know, but there was, some people have the desire to have those secrets, no matter.
They do.
Yeah, no matter how open you are, that they don't like, that you're like, oh, okay, that's okay, honey, go ahead and do that tomorrow.
No, they don't want. I left a poly family because the primary, the dom, asked me to lie. And I said, I am not lying to your girl.
Yeah, why would
I am
you
not.
lie?
She's the primary. I mean, why do you need to lie to her?
That's just not.
That was one of the times I left the family. I just said, I cannot live with that.
So that's where I feel like poly is more like when you're dating and single. Like it works better, in my opinion. I don't judge others for it, but when I've tried it, I realized, oh, I wasn't ever really poly. It was more like I was poly when I was single and I was shopping.
Right.
And I didn't want to buy anything.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, I just want to like buy this for now and then I'm not going to get it again. Or I might keep it on the shelf and then try this one, but it was never like, this is it, We're having a poly thing at the stock room with Rye on the 17th of January, and I'm really curious to see what he's going to talk about, who he's going to have in. So.
Yeah, I mean, I've had successful.
I really want to see that.
Yeah, it should be interesting.
Like, when I moved here, before I moved here, I was married. I was with my ex-husband for 15 out of 30 years, so literally half our lives, and we are poly. And we, that was pretty much my whole adult life, was being in a poly relationship. And it was kind of like a triangle where I'm here. And then I come here and I start dating this guy. Things didn't work out with my husband, ended up getting divorced, and I'm single for the first time in my adult life. And I found that monogamy was ridiculously kinky because I had never tried it before.
Right.
And it's like, oh, wait, you're the only one I can touch. I'm the only one you can touch. What the hell's that about?
Yeah,
Let's
that's
try
very
it.
interesting. Yeah.
So it was almost kind of like the opposite, where the traditional monogamy, I was like, this is exciting and new, And, I mean, now we're friends and everything. We're no longer romantically involved. But, I'm back to my shenanigans. But still, it was great at the time, like when monogamy is your kink at that point. It's weird,
Yeah, I find I can only be monogamous if I'm in love with somebody.
Oh, absolutely. That is hands down.
And if I'm in love with somebody, I can commit to that relationship. But if it's only just love, like, lust,
Mm-hmm.
well, poly's kind of the way to go because it's just not going to last. You know, and it's so rare that it comes along that I actually meet somebody that I'm actually in love. I love a lot of people. I love people. I mean, I love a gorgeous lady. But, you know, when it truly hits my heart and my soul and I'm truly in love with somebody, that's the one time in life I can truly be in love.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
Vic in the chat room, I like that he's asking lots of questions. It's great. Will everybody else wake up, stop drinking in the chat room, get some questions out here? How do you feel about vanilla mainstream representing female sexuality, and how do you think the influence of expectations of the new corners into kink?
I think you got to read that question again.
Going once again. How do you feel about vanilla mainstream represents female sexuality, and how do you think that influences the expectations of new comers into kink? Sorry, it was comers, not corners.
Talking about vanilla sexuality, female sexuality, and like think of people in the news like Kim Kardashian's what we're supposed to put on there as a vanilla sexual like entity, and I don't understand what she's up to. Like, there's no like lesson there.
No,
except get off of the reality stuff. And
it's sad that that is her platform, but at the same time, there was a really interesting tweet that I think it was Alyssa Milano did, where she was breastfeeding her child. You couldn't see the boob; it's breastfeeding, and it got reported and taken down. But yet, Kardashian can show her big greasy ass. And did you see the full frontal? Did you see the full frontal?
Oh, I don't go looking for that stuff.
You know, I didn't mean to. It was just all over my Facebook. But that is okay. But a woman breastfeeding her child is not okay. And I think that there's a huge disconnect in that. On the one hand, girl power, get out there, show your bits, show your tits, who cares? But on the other hand, when it's just looked at sexualization, that is it. It's not about Kardashian's fucking liberty and her right to bare breasts.
Yeah.
It's not about that. It's about who looks hot and who wants to masturbate to whatever variety magazine.
Right.
And we know this because society is more stoked on that than breastfeeding, which is something that if you were to sexualize it, it makes people uncomfortable, which is why people don't like those images.
Like, ooh, that poor kid, or ooh, that poor boob, or whatever.
And no one wants to sexualize a woman who's feeding a baby.
But there's a lot of people that are actually into lactation.
It's true.
It's definitely a kink.
It is true, but I think it's the fact that as a society we're just so busy sexualizing women that we like
dirty little secrets because you know what? It's out there. It's like I was really shocked at my friend's teenage son's video game, and here it is. The hero of the game is having a threesome or a foursome with two to three other women, and they're getting and it's explicit and it's graphic. Yeah. And I mean, this kid's just a teenager. He wasn't even 18 yet. And it's like, how grounded into reality is this vanilla world if this is what their kids are watching?
Yeah, exactly. I don't even know at this point, when you look at vanilla sexualization of women, it's almost so far from the actual truth of who we are.
Well, it is. I mean, look at all those, rock star videos and, we've got all the women and everything. But if you start talking about, well, then she has to be bisexual and she's probably lesbian, and you start bringing that, and that just blows the fantasy for them.
Absolutely. Okay, and there was this story where Leonardo DiCaprio leaves a party with 20 women because Leonardo DiCaprio, and he's like, fuck yeah, dude, 20 bitches. Yeah, and everyone's like, high five, bro. Like, the whole media's like, high five, bro. But if any one of us left a club with 20 men, it'd be like, what a whore, like, she's a trollop, or gutter snipe, whatever it is the kids say these days, Like,
and did they think about the fact that there's 20 women there and there's one dude? I mean, there's a lot of people that need to get it on. And, there's going to be a lot of girl on girl, and I'm sure that doesn't go with your vanilla code.
That's true. This whole I don't like gays, but I'm going to buy lesbian porn thing, it needs to stop.
It does.
It
This
really
whole
does.
forced buy thing. It's like you want it and you know it. Quit trying to, put it under the label. I'm being forced. I'm being forced to have an ass in my dick. Oh, I feel so good. I'm being forced. Oh, I feel so good.
I love that it's the gateway. That's like the gateway drug. You know?
Ass, the gateway drug.
What the hell?
Gateway drug. I love drug. I like that. Listen, Tyler in the chat room says, been to a dungeon once and had an experience after dating a dom for a bit. Pretty big on traditional or romantic relationships. Can't qualify a relationship sharing with other people in a poly relationship. So, they're basically saying that they don't understand it, but maybe you can explain to you what the benefits of having a poly would be.
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
For me, I'm a sweetie pants, and I got a whole lot of love in me. But I'm also very specific. For example, when I was poly, my alpha, or my primary, loved him. Married the motherfucker, you know what I mean? Like, loved him. But he was unable to provide everything that I needed for my outlets. It would have been selfish as hell for me to put all of that burden on him and expect him to be the only one to please me forever and always, when that's just not his deal. That wasn't his kink. That wasn't his life or his expression of love. It would have been selfish and unfair of me to ask that of him. Instead, he's like, all right, well, I trust you enough to have it, for you to get it somewhere else. And it was in a loving way. And we were all good friends. In fact, he and she would go watch scary movies together because I don't do scary movies. So it was like a nice camaraderie.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was fulfilled because I was able to have this outlet here and this outlet here. And it wasn't like cheating. It wasn't like I was taking anything from him to give to the other. I was just able to express myself. I don't know if you guys have similar experiences, but at least with me, it was very practical. It was a very practical, pragmatic way of dealing with a long-term relationship with someone.
No, that sounds like it was well thought out and that you communicated and you thought about what everybody's needs were. I've never been in like well, I guess I have. But, every dynamic I've been in, it has been about everybody meeting their needs.
Yeah.
I've been in polydynamics where nobody actually lived with each other. But it was agreed upon by all the people that we were in this dynamic, and that, certain precautions were to be taken if you chose to play outside of the dynamic.
Sure.
We never played together as a foursome. The guys were not into each other.
Sure.
But they were fine that I was into each one of them. And I did different things with each guy. And it worked great for us for a number of years, and then eventually all of us found, other relationships that, fulfilled what we were bringing together at that point in time. And we also knew that, we kind of outgrew that. And,
Sure.
I think it was a period of growth for us where we all we needed to have that closeness with another human being, but we were not ready to make that, like, monogamous, matrimonial type commitment.
But you still had the safety of the relationship.
We did, and we made sure everybody's needs got met.
Yeah.
So nobody went wanting.
I love that.
Yes, Mel.
And Tyler says a threesome can be interesting, though. Booby bars are good for breakups, pegging, and beating. Take all the starch out of romance, though. And forced buy thing is a long-term relationship deal breaker. So he's got some pretty great opinions about it. So what's a deal breaker for the three of you guys in relationships, whether it's poly or monogamous?
For me, like cheating.
Yeah,
totally. If you can't, like, tell me what you need, and and you're just gonna do it in a relationship.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, deception for me is the kicker.
Same here.
Yeah.
My whole thing is broken promises.
Yeah.
I've had my trust broken so many times. I've been giving, so many, I'm gonna do this for you, and life's gonna be great, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do that. And it just turns out to be a whole bunch of horse shit.
Oh, that's the worst thing.
And I keep trying, and they're like, on to the next one.
Yeah.
Just like, well, we're still in this relationship. Aren't you going to do anything?
Nope.
Boy, we're getting drunk. Now we're starting to get bitchy.
Believe me, I'm holding back the bitchiness. catchy comments.
We're like, wow, let's bag on men for the next 12 hours. I remember when I was fucked by that fucking dude. Just joking.
Time to put Rev to
bed. It might be time to put Rev to bed.
Baby bottle.
Yes, darling.
Yeah, I think it's time.
Even Piggy in the chat room says, gotta go early morning tomorrow.
Is she finally out of the ropes?
Yeah, I guess so. Rev Mel says, are you going to need another ride? Oh, that's little me is your slave.
Oh, 232?
Yeah.
Oh, I love you.
Yeah, 52.
No, we're at her house. She's fine. She's home. We're tucking her in now.
But anytime, yeah, she was very gracious. We had a great conversation. She allowed me to boss her around every step of the way of driving there. It was awesome, and I want to thank her for it. They want to know what is that website again? What website? Do you guys remember?
For which?
For which, Vic? Vic, you got to put what website for what?
pornandadonut.com.
Pornandadonut.
And then you had another website for the art shows that you're doing now?
And that is labs.wiznu.com.
When is that show?
Oh, we are still working it out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so you can find information there, or Shibari, which is sssshibari.com. So either one of those things would be great.
Cool.
Good stuff. And obviously that's if you are here in LA. We are in works of making the gallery show streamable. So if you're not in town, you can at least be part of the experience.
Awesome.
So I'm excited about that.
Cool.
Yeah.
You can't wait to go there. I always want to go to that place as well.
It's really
Michael's
great.
space. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah. Anything you need to promote?
No, not really. Just I'm fabulous and
she is fabulous. We love having her.
I'm at the Dominion if you want to come play.
Yes, there
or you
you
want to
go.
watch me answer the phone, or you want to come visit me at Stockholm University where I'm booking the amazing instructors, and we're going to be booking parties. I will be doing a show of the 50 Shades weekend.
Nice.
When the movie opens, I'll be doing an one-woman autobiographical show called Beneath the Covers, my journey from vanilla to kink, based on cover songs. Nice. And I want to talk to you about tying me up with a microphone cord for it.
Done.
Awesome.
Like for the promo, because I've always wanted to do that. I got to find a bunch of old microphone cord and have you tie me up. So yeah.
Yes, that would be gorgeous.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
Well, cool. You ladies are going. It's going to be a great year, 2015.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Can't believe it.
Anything that you need to promote for the station or yourself, Mel?
Yes, little me reminded me of something. She says, please promote the stockroom for the next class.
Oh my God, I'm horrible! Okay, yeah. So Jocelyn Stone, adult star Jocelyn Stone, is going to be at Stockholm University this weekend, Saturday, December 20th, doing the art of the mindfuck and erotic play. So
nice.
And then these two are going to be there in the new year. I'm very excited about that. Yay. They both will. So.
Yes, my bottom is extremely excited. He's like, can I bring my own parachute?
That room's great for it. There you go. Whatever works.
I'm like, yes. What kind of weights do you got?
Weights. All kinds. Love it. We waits for no one.
Yes.
We just have them there.
Yes. Awesome. Okay, so anything else now?
No, I've had enough alcohol.
Yes.
I've enjoyed 3 beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, intelligent, bright, articulate, fabulous women.
Wow.
And the chat room has been fun. And this has been a great evening. And to all the people, well, we'll be on next week.
We will. As a matter of fact, my guest next week is Cogswell Gear.
Cock!
Not Cogwell.
Cock!
No, Cogwell!
From Beauty and the Beast?
No, Cogwell. Cogwell. Gear.
MC Cogwell.
I like it.
He is the guy that puts on the LA Next Gen events.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I will be teaching an intro to bondage class there on Saturday the 27th.
Cool.
But, one of my regular classes is earlier that day from 12 to 2 for those of you who are beyond beginning bondage. Or you could come to both of them.
And then you'll be skilled.
Yes, you will.
2 times over.
You will.
Cock.
It's all good. Well, you, Mel needs some cock. Is there anybody out there that wants to give Mel some cock?
What's the address here? It's cold. We're going to tuck her in and leave the door open. And we will leave this next to her for fun.
We will.
Oh, I think I'm going to have to take a shower.
Nah, don't bother. Men don't care.
No.
Unless it's a woman, and then you better.
Yeah.
Women are a little more specific
She's
about
been
those
screaming
things.
for cock.
That's true.
Cock.
That's all she cares about.
Cock.
Are you species specific? What?
Don't ask her questions right now. Do you speak rum?
I'm so fucking drunk I don't know if I can run the board anymore.
Oh,
My Lord. All right. I think we need to put Mel to bed. So we are going to wish you a fond farewell, and I will see you next week. And I want to hear all your lovely comments about how naughty or nice you thought Mel was tonight.
I think we know the answer to that one. Or wait, we should put a camera on in her bedroom and then we'll know for sure.
Cock, 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 cock,
Yeah, don't forget that
I
elf.
think I hear the Hitachi now.
Is that what you did with the elf?
oh my God.
The elf's back there holding your Hitachi. She's into gnome kink.
Oh my God.
Little me said get home safe. I don't have to go anywhere.
Okay.
Everyone.
Bye. Good night, everybody.
That's amazing.
Oh, you guys were great.